getting set up here. Say hi. I'm on late night crafting tonight. Let me dig out what I'm going to use. I'm going to show you guys all my new stuff. But here it is. I want to make sure I have this one available. All right. We're going to get this out. I'm going to get this down. And I think we're ready. I feel ready. What I got here? Let's see here. Go here and go to this and to the photo. That's what I want pulled up. Okay. Hi everybody. Happy late night crafting. I'm Nancy from Run a Girl Designs. Hope you're having a really good day, or your day was really good. I'm on super late, but I did not want to miss another day to go live, so come on in, say hi. Keyword today is scarecrow, so all one word. Type the word scarecrow and check your messages. I know everything behind me is backwards, but no words on our craft today, so we're good. All right, when you pop on, say hi. We're gonna use my Cricut ink, I keep calling this an ink mat, sticky mat, so we can do some painting. And then I'm gonna show you all my transfers that came in the mail today. While this dries, that is super loud. This gets super sticky still, you guys, crazy. Okay. Say hi when you pop on. Let me get my cutout here because I'm gonna paint it. And then while that's drying, I'm gonna show you all the fun things that came. Hi, Janet. Hi, Florine and Kathy. Welcome. Okay, so we are gonna use my Snoopy cutout. This is on my site. This is why the keyword is scarecrow. And I made him a little stand so he's gonna be able to stand up. How are you, Florine? Thanks for sprinkling. I'm never on this late, you guys, but I mean, Jace's out of town, so my schedule is what it is. Hi, Susan. How are you guys? All right, these little pieces are going to go up here. And is that what she wrote? That's all she wrote. Okay, so we're going to do some painting. Hi, Kim Daniels. Welcome, welcome. Go to my page here and see everybody. It's so fun to be able to see you guys here. Thanks for all the hearts, appreciate it. Okay, I'm trying to think what we want to do here. Let's do some painting, as I said, but let me think about how I want to do that. I'm doing great, Florine. I just came from dinner with my son. Today's a very special day in our family, and I wanted to see him. So that was pretty awesome to get to see him. He's about to go back to Vegas, so that's sad. But it's life, I guess. Okay, I'm kind of stalling because I'm not really sure how I want to approach this, but we're going to do this. Okay. I think we're going to start with a little bit of espresso. I just had tiramisu, you guys. It was so delicious. Hi, Kathleen and Charlene and Wendy. Hello, hello. We're going to stain the base with, I have water on my brush, and we're just going to use the espresso. That I think is going to be chalked. Then we're going to paint the hat in espresso also. I don't want to get my sleeves in it, so is the keyword working? Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to spin this around. And I think what I want to do, let me just check the top here. Oh, just those sprigs. Okay. We're going to paint the hat with espresso also. And just a watered down version of it because I like that stained look. Let me see. Tiramisu is so good. And if you guys, hi Jen. Tell me if you've ever been to a Grimaldi's in your area. They have one here in Texas, and they had some really good tiramisu. So, what was I looking at? Oh, that's what I was looking at. But I want to see the other photo here. Okay, so this is all yellow. Okay. Oakley dokley. You know what? We're just going to go for it. And if I end up, is the sponge damp? Yes. I don't use distilled, but you should if you're going to put it into your, oh shoot. If you're going to put the if you're going to put water on your brush and dip it into your paste, you should 100% do distilled water. But I don't. I just use tap water. I think I've been very lucky in 3 years. I must just have really good water. I don't have a lot of impurities in my water, so I just recommend that you do. Okay? You definitely want to. All right, this is how we're going to do this. I shouldn't have done this little twiggies. Okay. Hi, Dawn. But like I said, I just use regular water. You should, this is a do as I say, not as I do moment. Should use distilled water. I don't do it. Okay? Okay, then right now on my chalk site, yellow is gone. You cannot get yellow in paste. Okay, so Bumblebee in paste is gone. But you can totally use ink. So I did put ink in the cart link. So just so you know, that's what I'm using. I'm going to use the ink for you because we're just going to do a little painting. Hi, Natalie. How are you? So I thought we need yellow. This is a scarecrow. He has straw, plus we have woodstock. So I'm going to get a little bit of my yellow ink out. And this has been open for a little while, so I may just add a little water to it anyway because we're going to paint with it. It doesn't matter. Thanks for sprinkling. Okay, so you can do this just like you do with your paste. You can totally paint with it. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to paint this little spot down here where woodstock is going to be. Probably need a couple coats. And then we're going to paint this where the straw is going to come out. And I'm just going to hope that I get it close enough. I'm thinking this is going to be cute. I was so excited when I came. I was not expecting this, my peanuts and holiday stuff to be on my porch today. Not this quickly. And I had a whole different project ready to go for you guys and changed it because I wanted to do this. Because he was my favorite out of all the cutouts that I made. Absolute favorite. Thanks for sprinkling. I do appreciate it, guys. It helps me grow so much, and I do appreciate that. All right, we're going to dry the, well, because I want to do another coat. Let me see. Oh, here. This is what we'll do. We'll set this aside. We're going to paint his face in bright white. Because Snoopy is white. Okay. Now we had today launch some new items were I shouldn't say launch. Some new items were added to the Summerween sale, guys, so don't miss that. That goes through the end of the month. And I posted a reel a little bit earlier so you could grab the link to that. I'm hoping I just get this close. Now, one thing you could do is put your transfer down, paint, and then lay your transfer down again. I am trying to cheat and just have to do it once. So we'll see. We may have to touch up here and there, but I think it's going to be cute. I think this one we're going to be able to get away with it. No, the straw on the head, Wendy, is we're gonna chalk it, so it'll be fine. And they actually did the straw in black, but I'm not sure why. Oh, it's gonna be white is gonna be in here also. We'll see. That's gonna be tricky if I get it right or not. We'll see. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna be close. We're gonna be close. We're just gonna chalk it in yellow. So anyway, I got off of work, drove all the way to the boat, which was like an hour and 10 minutes, to take the keys so they could work on it because our steering went out on our boat. My neck is good. It's just, I mentioned the other day on the live, thank you for asking, I have a spot where the stitches that are dissolvable, are not, it's like it's the stitches inside my skin, but it's sticking out right there, and it wasn't, what's the word I want to use? It wasn't like dissolving, so I trimmed it, and then it needs to heal now. But I don't go back to the derm until like October, so I'm horsing around with it right now. I probably shouldn't. Hi, Sonia. I just want my yellow to be brighter, so we're going to dry the yellow and just give it another coat. This little guy's going to be so cute. I'm pretty sure. So, good day at school. Anyway, I went all the way out to the boat. Then she said, well, I can't guarantee that we're going to look at it before the weekend. She was kind of sassy about it. Not like, I'm so sorry, we're busy. No, she was sassy. But whatever. They have the keys now, so we'll see. We can't drive it. We're at their, I said, well, we're at your mercy till you can do it because we can't. She goes, do you want to keep the keys? And I said, I can't drive the boat unless you work on it, so I don't want to keep the keys. What would be the point of that? Anyway, whatever. It was an interesting exchange. Definitely not from Texas, because Texas people are like overly nice. Even if they're fake nice, they're overly nice. I thought, she's not from here. She's from up north is what I thought. All right, we're going to paint the shirt in this pretty lagoon color that I just love. Charlene, it feels amazing. And right now, my air is cranking because it's nighttime and I should be in bed. You guys, I'm usually in bed by 9. Yeah. Usually I am asleep. Not asleep. I'm asleep by 10. In bed in the 9s. Here I am crafting with you because this is what happens when Jace gets out of town. I lose all sense of time. Anyway, it feels great. I don't know what we're going to do with the window unit. I guess just keep it as a... It's something to remember it by. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can use it in the garage. Maybe I can have it in my garage and then my shop won't be 1,000 degrees where my laser is. I feel like I can't do this upside down. Sissy, you are catching me live. I am on late tonight. I know that is confusing because I normally am not on this late. Wait, why'd you say probably Pennsylvania? I don't know what that means. I don't know what I said that made you say that. Sorry, I lost track of the conversation there. All right, I have like the world's largest brush for the smallest area, you guys. You guys. Okay. This should be good. Let's set this aside. We're going to let it all dry. In the 60s, Charlene? That's insane. I hope we're not in the 60s because I'll be freezing. Okay, we're going to set our cutout aside. I want to show you all the fun things that came while this is drying, okay? So this is Holiday Home and, hi Molly, and Peanuts. These are all things that just launched. And remember, you can get all of this at 30% off. Hi, Christine. If, oh yeah, you're right. I got it now, Jen. You're right. Or Michigan, right? Anyway, you get all this for 30% off if you enroll in the Perks program. The Perks program, incidentally, you can enroll for $10 and you get $20 back in design dollars. So you're really making $10. It's girl math, right? Okay, so we've got our Joy Noel, or I don't know how you pronounce that. It's French. Joy Noel, 18 by 18. Look at that Santa. Isn't that going to be so cool? Or St. Nicholas, really. Okay. And then, what else do we got? I'm just pulling it out randomly. Our holly pattern, which I'm super excited about that. What is this? Oh, here's our Peanuts with all the different little characters. I have all the cutouts for these on my website and my Etsy site, guys. This might be easier if I just put all this on my... Hang on, let me just get all these out of this envelope. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes, my boat lady definitely was not from Texas. She was from the north. I can say that because I'm from the north too. I feel like I can say it. All right, what is in here? Oh, I forgot about those trees. You guys, it's like Christmas in here. What is in here? Fun. What else? Okay, that's everything out of here. Hi, Donna. Okay, so I grabbed a couple surfaces. These are the ornaments that pair with the transfer. I'll show you the transfer that comes. But these are, let me show you. How many do you get? You get 13 ornaments, you guys, in this little pack. I thought it was just 5, but it's like 13 of them. So look at that. You're going to get, looks like 3 or so many trees. Anyway, you get the idea, but there's 13 ornaments in here. This is the trees that nest together. Okay, so they are very lightweight. They're going to have a low shipping cost. They're very affordable. And these, all of this stuff, guys, when it goes out of stock, it will not restock. Okay, so Peanuts, Holiday, all of this, once it's sold out, it's gone. Okay, that's the main thing to know. We've got Santa's sweets. I'm trying not to get the glare on there. Merry Christmas with, this is a size A with the music. I love that. You get, sometimes you get this fun little magazine, guys, to look at all your things. Let's see, what else did I get? Ooh, the Great Pumpkin. Charlene, here's your Great Pumpkin that you were looking for. Jen, all you have to do is make a big purchase and then you get it. Now this is a designer exclusive. This was added to the Quick Shop pack only. So if you were a designer, we're able to get this transfer. That's so cute. So I do have the cutouts for this one also on my Etsy site, because for some of you that are designers, some people got them, some people didn't. Then we have the vintage reindeer. This is our new size. It's called F or G. This is size F. It's 9x9. This is a damask pattern. That's a size B. I don't want to spend all day doing this, but I just want to show you really quick. The Spooky Crew with them afraid. I love this one. Tell me your favorite in the comments. This is The World Needs More Messy People. Oh, you did order it. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, this one says Happy Halloween. This one sold out, you guys. This one sold out. So if you're looking for it, it's gone, okay? Let me know if you need it. If you need it, you can message me. Whoever messages me first, I'll invoice you. But this one sold out like day, I don't know, 2, I think. This is the transfer that's going to go with all of those ornaments that I held up. Okay. Oh, you like the messy people. That's a cute one, isn't it? And then we have this fun size G. Look at it. It's 6x18. And you get 3 transfers here. So you're getting Snoopy jumping in the leaves. You're getting Bee giving. And then you're getting this one with Lucy, that classic, like she's a psychiatrist, but it says, Thanksgiving pie's 5 cents. The pumpkin is in, okay? And that's what I got. And then the one we're going to use today, let me show you. We're going to use the one I used today. And then we're going to use the Snoopy Scarecrow with Woodstock, okay? That's what we're using today. Okay. I just wanted to show you all of that, okay? Now, I think I've got this the way I want it. I'm not sure if it's painted perfectly. We may have to touch up here and there, but I'm trying to avoid having to lay my transfer down a bunch of times. So let's see how this goes. We'll get this dry and then go from there. Christine, I know I was shocked that it was here today. Honestly. I've been kind of busy, so I wasn't paying attention to my shipping notification. Okay, all of this is dry and ready to go. Okay, so we just need to sand and wax it. Here's my wax. Here's our sanding paper. If you bought the other Snoopy on his house before, can you use that one for the one that sold out? Well, what do you mean? I mean, if you have it, can you use it for what, Charlene? What do you mean? I mean, of course you can use it if you have it, but I don't know what you mean. If you bought the other Snoopy on his house before, can you use that one? I'm just not sure what you mean. Hi, Deb. Hi, Deborah Boyd Minor. Okay, so we are going to sand. Now, like I said, for the yellow, I did use ink because we are out on the site for paste. So just know you can paint with it and all the things. Maybe rephrase your question and then I'll understand better. All right, so we're going to get all the sanding dust off. We're going to add a little surface wax. Yours shipped today? Did you order the day they launched or did you order it on a different day? Now, I did the quick shop pack. So sometimes I feel like I don't always do that, you guys. This one was a little more affordable for me, but usually I pick and choose. But sometimes those quick shop ones, you know, they get out of the warehouse pretty fast. I'm assuming because they just have the envelopes ready to go, and that's why. We are making a Snoopy scarecrow. Who asked me that? Deb Cobb. And I'm just waxing it up right now. I meant that you can use the one that launched. Oh, yeah, you could. You just wouldn't get the Happy Halloween words. You would just have to use like your own words for that. I get you. I get you. You can improvise is what you were telling me. I think I can put my paste away because it's, well, who knows? I may have to touch it up. Okay, so we are going to use this. Now, guys, these silk screens are reusable. Brenda's like, yes, you can use that same one. It just won't have the spider web on the house or the pumpkin. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yep. Yep, thanks for trying to help out there. Okay, so this is reusable. You can use them 8 to 12 times as long as you take good care of them. And then what I do is I add some fuzz to the back after the first few times that I use it. Because what we're trying to do is protect our paint that we painted, okay? So this one's pretty sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think most of this we're going to chalk in black. Except I don't want this top part in black. The photo I saw, they did it in black, but I think it should be yellow. So we're going to go ahead and line this up as best we can. I'm getting real quiet now. Making sure everything is lined up. Just like that. So I missed this little part right here. Just a tiny bit. Boy, I got real close. I did pretty darn good. The hat dips down a little bit, so that's the only part I missed was like, it's going to be so small you won't even know. You know what I might do is I may just go paint that part black. I'm not going to worry about the woodstock area just this minute. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of that ink. I honestly could have just painted those yellow, I guess. But I mean, why make your life easy when you can make it challenging? Why not? Okay, so I'm just going to take my yellow and do the little sprouts coming out the top of his hat. This is Bumblebee ink. You can get it on my site. You just can't get paste right now in yellow. And that, I want to know whose job it was to keep track of the primary colors. Because they dropped the ball, is what I'm going to say. Whoever that was. And the rest of this is really just going to be black. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the rest we're going to chalk in black. There we go. I said it twice, but I'm just reassuring myself that that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to use black chalk paste. It's water soluble, kid friendly, all the things. Yes, I'm using ink on wood. You can paint and use ink on wood. It totally works. If you're worried about it, you can even heat set it with your iron. Not a big deal. I've done it many times. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do the rest of him in black. And we're going to cross our fingers that it looks the way I want it to. I may go through and just paint that part of Woodstock in black, but I figure I might as well go over it. Okay. Let's see. Honestly, Charlene asked earlier how it wasn't having AC again. Honestly, our little window air conditioner did pretty good. I mean, it got warm in here, but it was decent in the front of or the back of the house. It wasn't bad. I mean, I wouldn't want to be like working out in it, but it was not bad for what we do. Oh my God, you guys, this is going to be so cute. You're welcome, Brenda. This is going to be adorable. You guys, so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a couple little spots that I want to touch up because, again, I was being a little bit lazy. I didn't want to lay this down twice. He is so cute. Okay, let me spray my transfer. We're going to make a couple little touch-ups, and then I'm going to show you something we're going to do for Woodstock. Let me get a skinny brush. Most of my brushes, of course, are in the bathroom drying. I can probably get away with this. Okay, the first thing I want to do is, just to make life easy, is we're going to paint this whole outline black right here. This really didn't need to be chalked. I'm just going to do this. And then there's these stray pieces we're going to paint black also. These are part of Woodstock. This is just the way I cut him. And because I'm going to have him freestanding, we're going to just do something a little different. Okay. Is that all the black I need? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't, that's what I mean. Like, we were fine. We were fine. It was, our house was like 77. I mean, you know, there are way worse ways. Way. I'm good. And then our little, I just kind of was guessing on this V. So I'm going to fix that. And then we're going to fix around his face, just a couple spots in white and that one little brown spot. 4 years ago when the Hurricane Ida hit, I was without power for a week. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. All right, let's do our white. You guys, I have the worst arthritis in my thumb and it's so hard to open things. Okay, so I didn't quite get far enough with the white. Honestly, if I were going to do this again, you would want to paint all the way into the ears also with your white, because there are some detail spots that you want to be white underneath, okay? So just go ahead, paint the whole face and the ears in white if you do this. Okay, because that's, I missed those couple little details there, but I mean, it was very small amount. Okay, and then I just have this little bit in the hat. To me, this is way quicker and easier than just laying my transfer down and then picking it up and all the things. So this is just how I'm choosing to do it. All right, and then I'm just going to touch up in the hat. Where I've got white and it really should be brown. Okay, awesome sauce. I think this turned out so cute. This is going to be adorable. Now, the only other little thing we need to do is we need to make our woodstock yellow, okay? So I just have some scrapbook paper. And what I'm going to do is grab something, a pencil. And we're going to do a little traceroo around here and around here. And then like these pieces, how does this work? I forget. I gotta see the transfer. Hang on. Hang on, please. Oh, it looks like this and like this. This is how it goes. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna trace kind of like that. And then we're gonna cut that little piece out and put it on the back, in theory. So any scrapbook paper would work. This is a little bit stiffer, it's cardstock. So I think this is gonna work out. So what I'm gonna do is put this down and then add our other stray pieces. Because you know woodstock's got like those hairs or feathers. I suppose it's feathers, but you know what I mean. We may have to trim it. We're gonna start with this. Let me start with this and then figure it out from there. All right, we're gonna do it a little skinnier. Because you know when you trace on the outside, it's actually lined. It's kind of a little bit bigger than you need. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Just like that. Okie dokie. Now let's glue it on. I'm gonna put a little bit of wood glue on the back, or a lot, and make a big mess. And then we're just gonna set him on top of that. And then we're gonna add some wood glue to these extra pieces and just put them on top of the cardstock. And that way these extra pieces can float about. I feel like this should go this way. Okay, now I went ahead and chalked this, but I'm gonna go in and paint just to give this a little more yellow. Do you guys like this? I think this is so cute. Just giving this a second to dry. Oh, look at that. That's going to work perfectly. Okay, and then this part, you can either glue the feet into the base or you can just leave it loose so you can store it. But I'm going to glue mine in, I think. So let me get that going. And then he should stand up. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Janet. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick him in the stand. Now, they really have this, like, I looked at this and thought it was like legs. Ideally, this would be a solid post, so if you want it that way, you could put a little piece of brown cardstock behind the legs right here, but how adorable is this? Let me make sure I got it in straight. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. How cute is that? Thank you for the stars, Christine. You're so sweet. What is the link to your Etsy? Well, Jennifer, now that you just typed the word Etsy, you're going to get a message. It'll take you the direct link to my Etsy shop. You should, unless you already commented the keyword. Did you already? If you did, I can send it to you after the live. But basically, my Etsy shop name is Runner Girls Designs. So if you go to Etsy and you go to the search bar and click the drop down and change to shop, make sure you change to shops instead of items. You can type in my Runner Girl name and it'll take you there. I just discovered that the other day. Isn't he so adorable? I love that he can stand on his own. I'm going to bring him close. Look at how cute. This glue will dry clear. But how adorable. You guys, how fun. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I know it was on super late tonight. But isn't he fun, cute little craft? All right. Have a good night. And if you're in my club, I'll see you tomorrow in the VIP group with another club idea. Thank you, Kathy. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye. What is this? Oh, vanilla. All right, YouTubers. Here you go. It's our craft for tonight. Have a good night.